Hey everyone, Jeff at Tidy Bytes here for week 3 of review month as we cover material we discussed earlier in the year. This week we're looking back at task management, which was our subject for the month of March. Task management is one of my favorite areas to dive into and hunt for improvements because if you can figure out how to manage your time even just a little bit more effectively than you were before, it can help in so many ways, not just digital organization. So let's get into it. What did we cover during the 4 weeks of Task Month? Well, in the first week, we pulled together all of the tasks, appointments, and events that you needed or wanted to accomplish or to attend. Getting this comprehensive big picture is a good starting point because it makes it possible to think about all our responsibilities together and more easily see what's important, what's time sensitive, and what we might more easily postpone or even discard. Here are the action steps from week 1 to clarify your commitments. First, write down your appointments and tasks from the previous week or month, everything you did or wanted to do, even if it didn't happen. Second, write down your appointments and tasks from the upcoming week or month. Again, everything you need or want to do. And third, categorize each item you wrote down as one of 3 things. 1, an appointment, which is an activity at a specific time and place that's easily put on a calendar. 2, as a task, which is an activity usually without a specific time or place, just needing to be done. Or 3, as a habit, an activity intended to be done regularly, often for self-improvement. And then step 4, prioritize each item that you wrote down into one of 3 categories. 1 is critical, which means bad things will happen if this doesn't get done on time or at all. 2 is normal priority, generally good to do, but it might be okay to postpone it or even skip it. And then 3 is trivial, which means nobody, including you, will really care if it doesn't get done. These action steps provide you with a functional but probably messy collection of responsibilities and intentions, but at least everything's in one place. In the second week, we used the master list from week 1 to put events and appointments on your calendar. We focused specifically on time-bound events that require you to be in a specific place at a specific time. Here are the action steps from week 2 to schedule your anchors. First, choose the calendar system you want to use. This could be physical or electronic, something you're familiar with or something brand new. Choose whatever feels easiest for you. Second, review your list from last week. Look over what you wrote down and identify the most important appointments or anchors that you can't change. And then finally, add those important appointments to your calendar. If there's enough room on your calendar, go ahead and add any other appointments and events that you want to, even if they aren't as important as those anchors. Putting stuff on a calendar is pretty straightforward, especially if you've already gathered the relevant information. The hardest part here is probably going to be choosing which calendar platform you want to use. I briefly mentioned many options in the video from that week, including calendar apps built into Android and Apple devices, as well as some popular third-party tools like Notion, Motion, Akiflow, Sunsama, and some others. When in doubt, go with what you know, or what you already have, or what seems easiest. You're not locked into anything you choose at this stage. During the third week of Tasks Month, we did much the same thing as the previous week, except focusing on to-do items or tasks instead of appointments. The difference here, of course, is that tasks are not usually inherently placed on a calendar. They need to get done, maybe even by a certain time, but they don't have to get done at a certain time. As a result, they fit better on a list that you can work against, maybe in order of priority. Here are week 3's action steps to collect your to-dos. First, choose the to-do list system you want to use, physical or electronic, whatever seems easiest. Second, add every task you can think of to your list. Big projects, little tasks, things for today, things for next month, everything. Don't worry about organizing or categorizing yet. Just get all of your currently relevant tasks into one place. Third, scan your list and pick 3 tasks to accomplish in the next 7 days. If you can, try to choose some easy ones, but at least one that will take some effort. As with the calendar system, there are many options for how to keep track of tasks. You could use a paper notepad or planner, or any of literally hundreds of apps built for this purpose. 2 of the easiest and best, in my opinion, are Todoist and TickTick. I've worked with both for long stretches and currently use TickTick. The goal for this week is to set up and begin using a single tool to keep track of everything you want to do. Anytime you think of a new task, add it to that list. Anytime you need to decide what to work on, pull from that list. It's a simple tool that lets you offload remembering what to do. Having one place to store every task that comes to mind without needing to do that task right away makes it possible for you to more easily separate planning from action and more easily cope with changing priorities or unexpected interruptions. In the last week of Tasks Month, we discussed a critical part of effectively using both the calendar and the task list: regular review. In order to make these systems work for you, you must go back and look over what's in them from time to time. That might be for just a few minutes every day, or it could be a longer stretch of time every week, or both. Here are week 4's action steps to review religiously. First, decide whether you want to try short daily reviews, slightly longer weekly reviews, or both. Second, plan a time to do the reviews. For daily reviews, attach this new short activity to something you already do daily. For weekly reviews, an hour on a weekend afternoon might work well. Finally, do the reviews. For daily reviews, you should end up with a list of between 3 and 6 tasks written somewhere to work against the next day, or in your task management app with tomorrow's date assigned. After weekly reviews, you should be aware of upcoming appointments and perhaps pre-schedule a few critical tasks or project milestones for the following week. The goal for this week is to get comfortable with regular reviews, shorter ones every day and longer ones every week. Practice looking for tasks that might not even need to be done anymore due to shifting priorities or interests. Pick a small number of things to get done each day, always fewer than you originally want, because it's easier to throw an extra task on later than to continually postpone incomplete items until tomorrow. Get used to checking what's coming up on your calendar for the next week. Practice using that one master location for all of your tasks and appointments until it's second nature. All right, that wraps up our review of Tasks Month. As always, check out the original posts or videos from each of those 4 weeks if you'd like to dig deeper into any of those topics. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, comments, or ideas about task management or any of the solutions I recommended here, comment below or head over to the Tidy Bytes website for more info. Happy data taming, and I will see you next week.